If you are looking for a simple build where you just go in, press a normal attack, and just stun your opponents infinite number of times, then I have the build for you. This is the Quarterstaff, which surprisingly not a lot of people are actually using for how powerful it actually is. And let me walk you through all of the skills, all of the weapons, and all of the strategies that you need to actually win with this very simple yet super annoying build in Stalker Corrupted Dungeons. All right, here we go. Front and center, of course, you have your Quarterstaff. For the skills that you need, you want to go with the Concussive Blow, which is the Concussive Combo, Flowing Blow, and Concussive Blow. All right, that's a little bit confusing. Let me explain. So this can be activated 3 times. So this is how it goes. It's auto-targeted. So if you click on your opponent, you press Q, it attacks. It is actually AoE, the first. And second, it is actually AoE. The third one, when you combo this, it stuns your opponents. And look at how fast the Quarterstaff actually attacks. All right, so that's the first skill. The first Q can be comboed 3 times. And we're going to walk through the strategy that you are going to do after. The second skill that you want to use is the Stun Run, which increases your movement speed by 30% for 4 seconds. And the first normal attack that you do will stun your opponent. So this is how it looks like. It just increases your speed just a little bit. It makes your Quarterstaff glow. And then when you at normal attack, it stuns them for 3.13 seconds. This will depend on your specs. And look at my specs. Look at that. 46 base. Literally 7 on the specs. So yeah, this doesn't really require a lot of specs to make it work. So that's your W. Make sure though, when you can use this for actually resetting, but do not use it like this. So when you have your W, you're going to be faster, right? 30% faster. The one thing about this is if you normal attack, meaning you use that stun, your movement speed actually gets canceled. So movement speed, normal attack, you're like moving in the normal speed. So if you're trying to reset, just use your stun run, do not use normal attack, and just keep on moving forward. Your E ability is your Volt Leap. This deals 549 damage. You cannot be interrupted, and it throws all of your enemies into the air for 0.7 seconds. There is a bit of a cast time, but it's only 0.6 seconds. So this is how it looks like. You just, on your target, press E, and it just jumps. This is another CC. So this has stun, this has stun, this has knockup. So you can just cycle through that all throughout the fight. And you are going to see that in some of the videos that you will watch after this tutorial part. Your passive is going to be your normal attack. Each time you deal your normal attack damage, it steals 15% of the enemy's lost health. Look at that. It just deals, you're healing. And the good thing about the Quarterstaff, if you look at its attack speed, if I can find it, look at that. Auto attack speed is 2 per second. So every 1 second, you're just attacking twice, which is really, really fast. So those are the skills that you want on your Quarterstaff. Here we go. Your Cowl of Purity for your headpiece. I know this is a little bit expensive. If you were looking for maybe a cheaper option, you can go with the Mage Cowl for this one. You are going to use your Avalonian Beam, which deals overall 400 damage every 3 seconds. It is the Laser Eyes. It has long cooldown, 30 seconds. It does also have long range, which is, what is it? 18 meters long. So you can use this as an initial engage just to keep them in combat if you don't want them switching. But most of the time, you just spam this whenever you have it. You can also use this to interrupt skills. So the ability of the Avalonian Beam actually has an interrupt. So you can interrupt maybe the casting of a one-hand fire staff, their artillery, channeling of a cultist robe actually may be important. So you can just negate a lot of the healings. If you are him, you can cancel the E of one-hand curse skulls. If you're just that good in timing all of these casting or channeling skills, you can just negate all of that, which is pretty cool. But most of the time, you are going to use this just for damage. I also went with the Mercenary Jacket. Oh, by the way, this is the first passive on the Call of Purity, just for extra damage. The Mercenary Jacket. The Mercenary Jacket, I chose the Bloodlust and your Balanced Mind, which is the first passive. This actually is just for sustainability, because I'm going to explain how you use all of your skills all together after this. But this just gives you more health every attack that you do. Every time you deal direct damage, 96 health per damage that you deal. So remember that auto attack. That auto attack where 2 normal attacks is per second, that can easily be used here. It applies 7 times for the next 6 seconds. It has a 1 minute cooldown, so you're basically just going to use this once per rotation. For the boots, you are going to go with the Assassin Shoes. The Assassin Shoes on this one, and the first passive. The reason why I use Assassin Shoes, and I'm using the Refreshing Sprint here, so you can actually use any leather shoes here, because you're just using the Refreshing Sprint, which increases your movement speed by 80%, your cooldown rate by 33.33% as well. And the only reason why I'm using Assassin Shoes is because I can swap to Swift Cut. The only time you would use this really is if they have like Gig Boots, if they have Swift Cut as well, maybe even if they have the Night Boots, just to be able to negate some of those. But most of the time you are going to use your Refreshing Sprint. Your cape for this one is the Demon Cape. The Demon Cape leaves a puddle of 3 meter radius around the target, lasting for 5 seconds, which deals 121 magical damage every 0.5 seconds. Again, lasting for 5 seconds, and it gets activated by normal attack. There you go. That is the puddle. And remember, this is a normal attack heavy build, so a Demon Cape actually is perfect for this one. And for your potion, I usually go with Gigantify Potion just to go over, say, like a firewall, and just to be able to brawl without worrying about my health. Because again, this is just normal attack heavy build. You're going to deal a lot of damage with your normal attacks. You're going to cycle through your skills, these skills, while being in close range. So having that Gigantify Potion helps a lot, actually. For the food, we are going to go with my newest favorite, the Avalonian Stew, Avalonian Beef Stew. Increases your damage by 9.5%. And more importantly, increases your health regeneration by 189% off combat for 30 minutes. So why is this important? This is very important because you know those builds that bring food and then extra soup. The soup is for health regeneration. The thing that they do is if they're kiting and they get off combat, they eat the soup, regen a lot of health, and while you're chasing, you don't have that much of a regeneration percentage, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Now, this also kind of does that in a sense where once you're off combat, your health just regenerates so fast, significantly faster than that of an opponent that is not using any soup or any regen food. So this could easily be used for cheesing, but more importantly, this can be used for anti-cheesing. So those players who are trying to regen, eat food, regen, eat another damaged food or health food or whatever, you're not going to be cheesed by that, because as soon as you go off cooldown, you are going to get that health regeneration. Plus, you are also going to get that damage, which is very important for this build. So your combo, pretty straightforward. When you're looking for your opponent in Corrupted Dungeon, what you want to do as soon as you see like a name tag, you press F, W, normal attack, Q. As soon as they're out of their stun, E right away, and then Q again, and then beam. And then as soon as they're out of that stun again. And then if you have lower health, maybe at like 60%, just use your Q or use your R ability, which is the Bloodlust, and just continue normal attacking. And this is where it actually is very, very cool. You have low cooldowns on all of this, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, and 3 seconds. So what you can do is you go FW stun, right? Into a D. After the stun is over, you are queuing. You E for the knockup. You're also queuing. After that knockup, they're probably like moving away. You get to stun with your third Q. After that stun, you get your W and a stun again. So you're just CCing all of your stuns all together. And since this is low cooldown skills, you can just chain your CC. Make sure though, when you are practicing, do not use your CC on top of each other. So what I'm talking about is if you stun, do not use your W right away to stun because it actually diminishes the CC duration. So what you would do really is you want to go, if they get knocked, maybe that, deal just damage, deal damage. Look at this. And I get to stun, wait for it while normal attacking. As soon as they get out of that, press W and then stun. And just normal attack while after they get out of that, E as well. All the while you're spamming your Q ability. Because every third Q ability, you get to stun again. So this is just a lot of CC layered on top of each other. You also have your interrupt on your D ability. So mages just hate you with this build. You can negate most of their cast with just chaining your CC. So if you have any questions for this build, let me know in the comment section below, or better yet, join us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Burnstone, which is the rah 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 rah. It worked. GG. Why am I winning?
You're a good boy, Ben. Yeah, good boy, Ben. Let's pet you on your head. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy, Ben.
Okay. GG. the f was that? What the heck was that, dude?
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
Yeah. Let's go. Fuck. Oh, ain't no way, dude. Ain't no way. You just can't get out. Bro. Bro. You just brawl, bro. What the heck?